Hey yo, how's it going, guys? SixftHax here, and we have made it, guys. We are in game number 3 for the Arcanine9 League Finals. Now, obviously, you know what's happened in the previous 2 battles if you're watching game 3 out of a best of 3 series, but if you may have missed our first 2 battles, definitely go check them out. Also, if you may have missed any of the previous battles of this season, then a link to a playlist will be down in the description. But guys, this is it. This is do or die. This is for all the marbles. We win this match, we win the entire league. We lose this match, we lose the entire league, unfortunately. So if you're hyped, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up button down below. Little timestamp will be on your screen for you guys to go ahead and just skip towards the battle itself if you don't want to hear me talking about my team and what I'm bringing in game 3. So at this point, we've established Arachnid and Webs are basically her bread and butter against me, because she knows that they've done so well against me in game 1 and they did decently well against me in game 2, and I'm definitely confident that she's going to want to bring rocks once again. So that's why I am prepared to have rock moves on just about everything on my team, so I can ensure getting rid of that damn Arachnid that is still so annoying to deal with, and then hopefully get rid of Webs later to where I can maybe win with another one of my Omni boosting mons or a very cool setup mon that you guys will see here in a second. So much like game number 2, I have the same Nidoqueen set here, just because I don't want to risk her not bringing Gengar. If she brings Gengar and I don't have Nidoqueen, it basically just runs house on my squad. So I figured that Nidoqueen still kind of has some good merit, and then along with Rock Slide, I'm still going to be doing at least like 35-ish% to Arachnid, which is very solid damage if you ask me. So if I can get up rocks, get in on rocks, hit it with a Rock Slide, it's already lost like 50% of his HP, making it so much easier for me to deal with. And then if she doesn't bring Gengar, that just means I can play a lot more aggressively with my Nidoqueen, which I am also perfectly fine with. So yeah, Pursuit literally only for Gengar. I still don't expect her to have it in this match. Next off, we have Commonium Z Komo. I brought this game 1, didn't get to pop my Z move on it because I didn't find the right chance to do it, but if she does have the Florges, which I 100% expect just to be able to ensure that my Komoa doesn't Z-move, then I need to try to find some way to get rid of that. And this is kind of playing the same role as my Jirachi in game number 2, where it's also my rocker, but if I show her that I have rocks on this, she may not expect me to have the Commonium Z, so I can probably take that into my advantage and then maybe try and catch her off guard and win with this once I go for the Clangor Soul Blaze and gain my Omni boost. That's really good. The speed is so we can outspeed Ash Form Greninja and anything that she does not have Scarf. Something like Scarf Gengar, for where to come to this game, I think makes a lot of sense because it deals with just about all my Omni boosting mons except for Greninja. But anytime I brought Greninja, it's always been Protein offensive, so she may not expect me to bring Omni boost on Greninja, in which case it does deal with my Komoa and my Jirachi if they were to be Omni boost again. So hoping that maybe Komoa can put in some work in this match. Next off, we have a super fat mixed defensive Mega Blastoise, much like game number 2, and this time I made 100% sure to check that I had Rock Slide going into this battle. So now we definitely have Rock Slide on Tortuga, and I think because we are actually minus speed nature after Webs, we most likely will be slower than Arachnid, in which case that's really good for us, because if she gets up Webs, then we go for Rapid Spin and get rid of them. So that means if it comes down to it, we can at least try to get out of the exchange without her having rocks up. Without her having sticky webs on our side of the field, and the better or the sooner that webs are gone, the better it is for us. Next off, we have just the same old Shaman from game number 2. Literally, it's just the same Shaman. I don't expect her to bring Vileplume, and I know I said that in game 2 and she brought Vileplume, but Vileplume didn't really do much in game 2, so I'm figuring she's gonna probably want to bring something more useful, maybe Gengar most likely. Again, it doesn't make sense for her to bring double poison types. Definitely one of her 3 poison types is more than useful in this game, if you ask me. I still expect her to bring Florges and Mega Aggron, and she still is definitely going to bring Zygarde and that Battle Bond Specs Greninja, because they are just so absurdly terrifying to deal with. But yeah, same set, it deals with Zygarde. Leech Seed's really free if she doesn't bring Vileplume, And yeah, that's really it. That's all that this is here for. Expert Belt is just so we can do that little bit of extra damage to Zygarde. Next up, we have our pretty cool sweeper set. I didn't really know what I wanted to bring Jirachi for, but a Calm Mind 3 attacks Jirachi is actually not that bad, because if I can get up 2 Calm Minds, I'm guaranteed out of range of where Gengar and Greninja are able to revenge kill me, and then Moonblast absolutely annihilates Zygarde if it's not like super bulky. So that's why we have the Spadeffi V's here. I think we are running enough speed to outspeed Adamant Zygarde. I don't think she has much merit to bring Jolly Zygarde. I just feel like Adamant is way better, especially for the extra power from the Dragonium Z and E-Speed for my offensive mon. So yeah, hoping that this Jirachi can also put in a little bit of work and then might be able to catch her mons off guard. And then finally off, we have Choice Scarf Greninja once again, because this has just a really good matchup in general, and I figured that I really wouldn't need spikes on Greninja because I'm most likely just going to be aggressive with it and attacking with it. Plus, I wanted to have the Rock Slide for the Arachnid. If it really came down to it, it at least would be stab thanks to Protein, and I would be doing a solid like over 50%. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think it's like over 50, like 60%. So that's really good damage to Arachnid. So yeah, guys, this is our final team here. This is game number 3 of the best of 3 for everything, and hopefully we can win it all. So let's jump into the battle. I want you guys to know right now, the instant I did not see Florges on my opponent's team, Kamoa is about to put in so much work. But the only issue is that if that is Scarf Gengar with Destiny Bond, then it will still be faster than my Kamoa, and it can Destiny Bond me. So I need to find out instantly what that Gengar set is in this match before I can even want to do anything with my Kamoa. Also, yes, again, I am on the other side of the battle because this game, much like the other 2 games for the best of 3, got corrupted. I lost the file, and even though I did upload the battle, I couldn't download it because the actual file itself had been erased essentially. So yeah, really sucks. Apologize, I am on the other side. Regardless though, guys, this is the finals. This is game 3 of the best of 3. Hit that thumbs up button down below if you do enjoy this video. And looking at the team matchup, besides the Florges, Greninja and Zygarde of course are always giant problems. Surprised she brought the Snorlax, but that could also be an issue late game if my team is weakened. And then Mega Aggron is a Mega Aggron, should be able to wear that down accordingly. And as for her last mon, which was the Arachnid, we already know how much of a giant nuisance Arachnid has been to us in these games. So I'm going to be leading off with my Blastoise to go ahead and try and Rock Slide her Arachnid instantly, because I want to weaken it, wear it down as much as I possibly can. But she actually ends up leading off with the Gengar, which is absolutely amazing for me because I learned from turn 1 that it is Life Ward, which means it is not Scarf. It will not outspeed my Kamoa once I get my Omni Boost off, and I am 100% guaranteed to get that off because she did not bring her Florges here. As I pursued the Gengar, that damage actually doesn't necessarily matter too much in the long run of the battle, but it's still pretty good damage there. Really thought she would not expect it whatsoever, as I'm able to Rock Slide the Arachnid here as she went for the Magikarp, most likely thinking that it would try to get on my Stealth Rock, so that was a good play on her part. And luckily Rock Slide does do about 30% after the leftovers, and I decided just to be aggressive once again, because if I weaken this Arachnid enough, if she goes for the webs this turn, that's not entirely too bad either. But she decides to go for the liquidation, and now at the amount of HP that this Arachnid is at, that means my Kamoa can now come in. I am going to go for my Commonium Z, and I will not only claim my kill, but I will also get my boosts. I suppose that she could have potentially tried to switch out here, but if I didn't end up being Commonium Z, I could have been sub again, and I'm guessing she didn't want to allow me to end up getting behind a sub like I was able to do in our first battle. But I will go ahead and go for my Clangorous Soul Blaze here, and it's been so long since I've seen this animation, which is still actually really cool, dude. Like, this animation in itself is pretty awesome. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about Omni Boost in leagues. Clearly they are always banned, and I think from game number 2 where Jirachi was able to win me the match because of Omni Boost, and right now where you're gonna see Kamoa put in work, they should definitely be banned. And that's not a spoiler that Kamo is going to put in work here. Like, I have all my boosts. There is nothing that she has that outspeeds me unless she does have Scarf Greninja, which even then will not be able to knock me out in one hit unless she has Habanberry Zygarde, or this Zygarde is extremely bulky. Then a +1 clanging scales with a bit of special attack investment that I have should be enough to knock her out. I was actually really scared that I wasn't gonna KO this Zygarde just because of how bulky Zygarde is, but down it goes. Kamo claims its second kill in this battle, as she's gonna decide to bring in her Aggron here, and this automatically confirmed, okay, there's no way Greninja is Scarf. So she's going to try and weaken me, hopefully putting me in range of where her Specs Water Shuriken will be enough to knock me out. And I'm kind of hoping I'll get out of this exchange with enough HP to where that doesn't happen, or that she'll maybe need like 5 hits to be able to KO me, which still puts odds in my favor regardless. Unfortunately though, this Heavy Slam does end up doing a pretty solid chunk of damage to my Kamo, as I'm going to be forced to go for a second close combat because there is no way I am going to risk my clanging scales not KOing this Aggron, as down it goes. This is the third kill for Kamo. Kamo is taking down half of her team. We already know Gengar is sitting at about 20%. Yeah, Snorlax is looking a little bit scary, but my Shaman does have access to Leech Seed. It's also physically defensive, and I don't really need Shaman for anything else on his team because I still have Scarf Greninja in the back for her Greninja, and she's not able to get up webs anymore as she gets 3 hits with the Water Shuriken. She's able to end the terror of my Kamo here, but that is fine because I will not be able to bring in my own Greninja, which I am Protean Scarfed, even though she does have her Battle Bond activated. This is not really that bad of a scenario for me, honestly, just because I can instantly take back the momentum by going for the U-turn. And if she stays in, I think there was a solid chance that my U-turn would have been able to knock her out, because I do turn into a bug type, giving me stab, and Greninja is not really the most bulkiest thing around, as she actually ends up bringing in the Snorlax. I figured that regardless of whether or not this was Aya Papa Berry or Rest Talk, Leech Seeding this instantly is the play I need to make, and then from there I can either stay in trying to go for Seed Flares to get Spadef drops, or I can try to bring in my Mega Blastoise, which still does have the Aura Sphere. And with the Leech Seed, because Snorlax has such a high HP stat, I will be able to regain a good chunk of health on my Blastoise. So I do manage to land my Leech Seed, and ultimately me going into Blastoise is actually the better play I can do, because if I miss a Seed Flare as she curses, that's really bad, and then if I don't get these Spadef drops, that means she can just keep cursing and cursing, which means this Snorlax could possibly win her the battle, and I really do not want to give this Snorlax any free opportunity to go for curses. So by bringing in my Mega Blastoise, I do have the Aura Sphere. As I mentioned, it is boosted, it is super effective, so I should be able to at least 3-hit KO this Snorlax along with the Leech Seed, even though it does have leftovers. If it was Aya Papa Berry or Figgy Berry, it might have been a little bit more difficult to take it down. The process would have been a little longer, is really it, I think, because that Aura Sphere actually does a really solid chunk of damage there. As she decides to go for the curse, this is actually really good for me because she did not end up body slamming me and potentially paralyzing me, which I still think I would have been faster, but then there was always the 25% chance that I could get fully paralyzed, and that in itself could have been a little bit bad. As I go for the Aura Sphere, I am actually able to knock her out. If I didn't knock her out, she might have gone for the rest, and then at that point it came down to Sleep Talk turns, which still gave me about a 66% chance to be able to ensure that my Mega Blastoise was not hit by any offensive move. And because I am at full HP, I do not really care what this Gengar wants to do to me, as I'm able to knock him out with an Ice Beam. Her last Mon is going to be her Specs Battle Bond Greninja, which I don't really care about because I have Scarf Greninja of my own in the back, and because Tortuga is so bulky, we eat the hit, knock her out with the Aura Sphere, and ladies and gentlemen, we're able to steal game number 3 off of Omni boosting Kamo. So good games to Esmeralda. good series as well. We went to game 3, man. Shit was intense. I think like in real time, this took about 2 hours. And I remember when I finished this, I got so happy and so excited just because we won the grand prize, which was a cash prize. It wasn't a lot of money. I think it was like $75 for first place. And she got the second place prize, which is $25, which, hey, it's money for a Mons. I'll gladly take that. And thank you to Arcanine9 for inviting me or letting me participate in this league. I guess this technically is our 6th championship, but I don't know, it feels like a little bit weird to call it our 6th championship. I guess you guys can let me know how you feel about that and how you feel about Omni Boost in general in a Draft League format. But yeah, guys, that is going to be the end of our Draft League content for the next few days. As you may have seen a few days ago, I uploaded the draft analysis for our GBA Let's Go League, and then the APA Season 5 draft analysis should be going up very soon as well. So both of those seasons are going to be starting before February ends. So Draft League content will be back in about a week or two. Also, I am doing the side league stuff like the DPL, but that's 6th gen for right now, not 7th gen. So yeah, it should only be about a week or so in between things, a week and a half, 2 weeks at most. And we'll be back to being able to upload weekly draft content, and Draft League weekends will return. So yeah, guys, really excited we won this. Hopefully y'all did enjoy. Hit that thumbs up button down below, and with that, I will see you all very soon. Later, everybody. Thank you all for watching.